Do bowing again. After spending a week in crowded Tokyo and Osaka, we are taking a break from the crowd and going to Nara. Why Nara? It's often overlooked by tourists, but we're going here for the awesome shrines, the awesome temples, and of course the beautiful deer. There's so many of them. They also have the world's biggest bronze statue of a Buddha. And in terms of eating, we're gonna try sushi wrapped in persimmon leaves and also this mochi shop. Come along with us. Let's go. Welcome to Nara, the first capital of Japan from 710 to 794 before it moved to Kyoto and then ultimately to Tokyo. Millions of tourists visit Nara per year to see awesome temples and shrines, but really, it's to see the deer. There are over 1,000 of them roaming around freely. The Sika deer were considered sacred and divine messengers in Shinto tradition. While the deer mostly hang out in Nara Park, you'll see them scattered across town, roaming the streets and temples. We saw them right away after we came out of the train station. It's free to enter Nara Park, though some temples and shrines have entrance fees. Nara Park is open 24/7. A fun fact to keep in mind while visiting Nara Park is that the deer have learned to bow to visitors. Bowing in Japanese culture is a form of showing respect, and the deer will actually return the favor. Once you have your stack of crackers, be prepared for hordes of deer to follow you around.
Look at me.
And they are hungry, especially in the morning. Also, some of them will outright harass you. They can get pretty aggressive, so be very careful. Gerald, however, is quite the deer whisperer. He's got the bowing technique down pat, and all the deer seem to follow his lead. I was really afraid at first, because when I tried it, they all swarmed around me and started biting my clothes and my purse, so I stopped. I just let Gerald do all the work. After another round of crackers, I tried it again. And I finally got it this time.
Don't do it like that. Let it eat it.
I tell ya, Gerald is the deer whisperer. He can control a herd of deer. And it seems like he's got this down to an exact science. So what's his secret? Number 1, bow to the deer. Number 2, let the deer bow back. And number 3, feed the deer a cracker. Very easy, right? They do it again. There's more to Nara than the bowing deer. Next, we visit Kukui Temple, located only a few minutes from Kintetsu Nara Station. Kukui Temple is one of the 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites that can be found in Nara. Visiting the temple grounds of Kukui is free. You do have to pay a few hundred yen if entering some of the buildings, including the Central Golden Hall. When visiting Japanese temples and shrines, you can purify yourself with water at a temizuya, a fountain or basin filled with water and a wooden ladle. This symbolic purification ritual is called temizu or chozu and is performed before praying or standing in front of the deity. Exiting the temple led to a set of stairs that showed beautiful cherry blossoms. It was almost second week of April, and there were still quite a bit of cherry blossoms in this part of Japan. We took a break and came across this Starbucks that had a great view of the shimmering Sarusawa Pond. This is where we devoured our snack that we bought earlier. On the way from the train station to Nara Park, we came across this store selling sushi wrapped in persimmon leaves, which happens to be a specialty of Nara. The sushi is made with vinegared rice and fillings like salmon or mackerel, boiled carrots, shiitake mushrooms, and then wrapped in persimmon leaves. The leaves are used for their taste and aesthetic quality, and they can also absorb flavor from the fish. The wrapping technique originated in the Edo period as a way to preserve sushi without using salt. Nara is home to 7 great temples, with Todaiji being the most well-known. Todai-ji Temple is a UNESCO World Heritage and was constructed in 752 as the head temple of all provincial Buddhist temples of Japan. Todaiji Temple houses the largest bronze Great Buddha statue in the world at 15 meters, which is 49 feet, tall. It's also the largest wooden structure in the world. And luckily, the cherry blossom trees were still in full bloom, framing the great temple. You can eat mochi virtually everywhere in Japan, but have you ever eaten it made by the fastest mochi pounders in the nation? In the heart of Nara stands a famous mochi shop called Nakatu, where crowds of visitors flock to daily. And here it is in slow motion. Nakatu consecutively won the National High-Speed Mochitsugi Championship in 2005 and 2006. Since then, they've become famous destination to witness thrilling mochitsuki performances. That happens every 30 to 45 minutes or when there's a big flock of spectators.
Okay.
Very chewy, it's still warm. I like it. We walked around Higashimuki Shopping Street, which is where we found Kizi Cafe. Gerald had a pork cutlet with Japanese curry, and he thought it was very tasty. I had the mackerel, and it too was very tasty. We also wanted to try this Japanese sweet dessert made of roasted sweet potatoes, but really we were just too full. It looked really good though. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for upcoming videos on Kyoto and Arashiyama.